City is really cool. You can ski right down the mountain, right to Main Street.
And ski they will. Park City has skiing for all levels, and over the course of a couple of days, the boys will try to ride those slippery slopes from bunny hills.
This is their first time skiing.
This is so fun.
To intermediate terrain.
So I'm watching for how we're actually graduating onto the blue run here. Ready for it?
And enjoy the many Park City activities in between.
Good work.
Find out if the kids can master the downhill diamonds.
Whoa, wipe out.
Or are stuck on the bunny hill in
Snowmaking Park City!
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Seamus.
And we're Mom and Dad.
We're traveling around the world discovering amazing countries, new cultures, and really wild experiences together.
Come along with us as we learn all about our planet and about being together as a family.
As we discover the wonders of the world, the wonders of nature, and sometimes wonder, what were we thinking in Travel with Kids? Originally founded as a mining town in the mid-19th century, Park City had been nothing but a toll road for settlers out to score big in the California gold rush. But in 1868, soldiers discovered silver in the hills near Parley's Park, which would eventually become Park City. By 1872, the area's first large mine, the Ontario Mine, was open and will eventually yield $50 million in silver. Within 20 years, Park City was established, and the population swelled to 10,000 people. Skiing originally came to Park City not as a recreational sport, but as a way to service the mines. But by the 1920s, skiing was becoming more popular as a fun diversion, as the kids discover at the Park City Museum.
Located on Main Street, the museum teaches the kids about the town's mining history with hands-on Kids Explorer program.
So in here, you guys each have your own helmet. Do you want to take these? There's a little lunch pail with some things in there that you can discover.
And interactive exhibits portraying the lives of miners back in the 19th century.
Look, he's going up.
Look at that, they have like picks and axles in their hand chiseling it out.
Don't cut the red wire. Whoops. Jump. Big boom. We found a jackpot. Yeah.
As well as how skiing became a popular sport here.
World's first underground ski lift. This is what they would take into the mining tunnels with all their skis and poles.
This unique ski lift system combining Park City's mining past with its ski future.
And the kids remember the tall mountains outside and are eager to hit the slopes. Back out on Main Street, we browse the shops and have a quick bite to eat before meeting our ski valet. You heard it right. Park City has made it particularly easy for families to ski. We're staying at the Silver Baron Lodge near the base of Deer Valley Resort. With lots of living space, separate bedrooms, and a kitchen, this place is perfect for families. And after a long day of skiing, we can come back and soak in the private hot tub or play games by the fire. Plus, Park City's Ski Valet delivers straight to your door.
We're gonna go see our new skis.
What's up, you guys?
The valets come to you and fit your ski gear in the comfort and privacy of your own condo.
Seamus, let's start with you. So how does that feel? Toes right up against the end?
Yeah, that's perfect.
You'd give a little flex of the knee.
And now that we've got the gear, the boys are raring to go. So after bundling up, in cold weather we always dress the kids in layers. That way they stay warm and dry, but as the day warms up, they can peel off the layers.
I have a hat, a hood, 2 jackets, 2 pants, and like 4 shirts, and 2 socks and boots. Got my skis, my poles, and my helmet somewhere. Just put the helmet on before I fall. Bye.
Our kids have never skied before, so we're heading over to Deer Valley Resort to start them in lessons with Patty. We're a little nervous about this. Let's see how it goes. really good with the kids, starting them out slow to find out how comfortable they are on skis. Practicing on one foot.
Okay, let's switch feet.
And then two. And teaching them to sidestep and penguin walk.
Walk that way and go up the hill. Like,
It's just like roller skating. You just gotta push out.
And before we even hit the bunny slope, the kids are sold.
It is so fun, and it's my favorite sport.
Then it's on to the first lift.
Yeah, I remember when we were kids, we had those weird things that towed you by the arms. These are much easier.
The bunny slope at Deer Valley is traversed by easy-on, easy-off lifts, making it easy for beginners to get up the mountain.
Awesome.
you put your skis straight ahead and you start to walk straight ahead. And then we're gonna ride to the top.
They're kind of like conveyor belts, so you can just walk up with your skis, your snowboards, your sleds, whatever, and you can ride them up instead of having to walk up.
And after our run, they're ready for the second level, where a surprise awaits them.
See if you can go through all Candyland.
We're gonna go through Candyland. It's a little race course through tunnels to a post. And we're gonna follow the path.
All right, you ready?
Go.
Go. Slow down in your wedge before you get to the turn. It's okay, don't worry. Perfect. All right.
That was amazing.
And now it's time to take the real chairlift for their first official run.
You ready? Here we go. Straight ahead. Pull yourself in. Keep your tips up. Sit back. Enjoy the ride to 7,900 feet.
2,000 what?
7,900 feet.
In the air?
This base is about 7,400. So we're going up about 400 or 500 feet. So see, there's our silver. The safety eagle says hold on and sit back. Good. And we want to keep looking straight ahead.
I like chairlifts.
And then start to slide them together. Big wedge to start. Your pizza, start to make it smaller.
I don't like pizza, so I don't want to make it.
Or you can make a wedge of cheese, like ratatouille.
Cheese.
All the way around. Good.
After a fun first day of skiing, the kids are a bit worn out, but the exciting atmosphere at Montage Hotel's Daily Pub and Rec quickly re-energizes them. With video games as well as family-friendly games like pool, bowling, and shuffleboard, and yummy kid-friendly food like hot pretzels, Irish nachos, and pizza.
It's really good.
Today we are checking out one of the other ski areas in town, Park City Mountain Resort, and the kids are eager to turn their pizza wedges into hot dogging. But first, it's time to find out how they let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
So we've had these beautiful sunny days, not a cloud in the sky, but great snow. So we're wondering.
How do you make snow?
So guys, this is Brian, and he actually runs the snowmaking equipment here. So he's going to tell us how they make snow.
We have certain types of guns here at the mountain. The gun that you see right here is a fan gun, which is going to turn on in a minute. This thing can throw it like 100 to 150 feet.
How do you possibly make snow?
Yeah, there's a fan blade in there, and then water is pumped up to the top, and the fan blows it out and breaks the water droplets into very small droplets. So when it goes out there, it can freeze before it hits the ground. It's got to freeze before it hits the ground, because if it doesn't freeze before it hits the ground,
It's water.
it's just rain.
So after a quick snow dance, the flakes begin a-falling.
And with that, we're back to our beautiful sunny days. Check out that sunrise.
And it's time to hit the slopes.
Our instructor today checks out what progress the boys have made in their first day.
I want you guys to look down at me, or even past me will be great. Keep your hands down the hill.
And then heads for the lift, where the kids tell him about the snowmaking.
So those two are both snowmakers, and then there are also ones on the ground.
Once on the mountain, the instructor says they're ready to start learning to parallel ski.
We're going to practice something called thumper turns. Okay, and what they're going to be is that we're going to balance really well on our downhill ski here, hands in front like we normally are skiing. We're going to stomp our uphill ski. Think you can do these?
Yeah.
I think you can, guys. Let's give it a try. Good. Keep those hands up, Nathan. Now we're starting to learn some parallel turns too, right, guys? Steer both feet.
And the kids start to have lots of fun and gain confidence.
You can stop right there facing me.
After a refueling stop for lunch,
Biggest plate of nachos I've ever seen.
we spend the afternoon skiing on our own. And the kids are getting very comfortable on the beginner runs, even seeking out slopes and jumps to add to their fun. But Park City Mountain Resorts takes the fun factor to the extreme.
So guys, I know you like skiing, and it's a bummer that we're done with our ski day, but there are a few other things that Park City has to offer. Does anyone know what they are?
No. Roller coaster?
What else?
Flying? A zip line.
A zip line!
When we arrive at the roller coaster, we are met by Andy Miller, PR guru at Park City Mountain Resort, who tells us more about it.
Our alpine coaster, some great turns and banks. It's the only ride of its kind in the state of Utah. Goes up through the trees, comes back down through the trees, and some super drops. In fact, we do an historical on-mountain tour where hosts take skiers and snowboarders around and learn more about the history here.
And he tells us about the mining history here on the mountain.
So one of the real distinctive features about Park City Mountain Resort and Park City, the town, is its mining history. It goes way back to the late 19th century, and a lot of that history is still visible here on the mountain.
And the kids find out this is the mountain they learned about in the Mining Museum.
The old skier subway. When Park City Mountain Resort opened as Treasure Mountain in 1963, for the first 2 years, that is how skiers accessed the mountain, was through an old mining tunnel, riding cars that were specially built to carry skiers.
And he fills them in on some more recent history.
This year's the 10-year anniversary of us playing host here in Park City to the Olympic Winter Games, and Park City Mountain Resort hosting some of the snowboard events and the giant slalom events.
Then the kids are ready to conquer the mountain in a whole new way.
This is so cool. We're going in little toboggan coaster thingies. Oh, this is so cool. Whoa. You can see all the skiers and the snowboarders and the lifts and the other tracks to the toboggan.
And once we reach the top, we have amazing views over the mountain.
Awesome! Can we do it again? Please, can we do it again?
That was a lot of fun, but we have some other high-flying excitement in mind. And the kids enjoy the adrenaline boost from the Flying Eagle zip line.
The activities at Park City Mountain Resort earn it an A+ for family fun, but Park City itself is loaded with activities the whole family is sure to enjoy.
Sledding! Snowmobiles!
Activities to take advantage of the winter wonderland, like snowmobiling and sledding at Gorgoza Park. And Jupiter Bowl, a unique twist on a fun bowling night. And year-round fun like Swanner Preserve and Eco Center.
Big hole right here. You can just see every little dot on the moon. Dog sledding!
We've got G, which means right, and Ha, which means left.
We just went on a dog sled ride. All these 11 dogs
pulled us along in a sled, and there was lots of jumps, turns, and we were sliding all over the place. And me and Seamus both got to steer.
Oh yeah, I was about to fall off and I kept grabbing on and going.
Thanks for the ride. I feel like I'm getting a bit. Ah!
After an adventure-packed day, we head to Deer Valley Resort's Upper Mountain, by car, not ski, to warm up by the fire at the aptly named Fireside Dining, where cheese wedges melt over open fires
Just eat melted cheese.
for dipping bread, meats, and fruits,
That's really good.
Can I have some beef stew?
Absolutely.
Don't give me rabbit.
and the dessert is a real hit.
Freshly melted chocolate. I put it on my plate and get a bunch of strawberries and dip it in the chocolate. Chocolatey, sweet, creamy, yummy chocolatiness of chocolate.
We follow our warm dinner tucked under blankets on a horse-pulled sleigh where we get into the winter wonderland spirit.
Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Today we're heading to Park City's third ski area, Canyons Resort, where we're greeted by valets who not only park our car, but actually help us haul all our gear to the gondola. And they even help the kids get their gear on.
Best part of the ski day, taking the boots off. The worst part of the ski day, putting them on.
These ski valets sure help with a busy morning with the kids. Today's instructor spends a few minutes talking to the boys about what they've been doing for the past couple days.
Sounds like you're doing some hockey stops yesterday?
Yeah.
All right. Did that feel better than doing a wedge, a pizza wedge? Much better. Huh? Yeah.
Then we hop on the gondola and head to the mountain.
We'll slide all the way in so everybody has time and room to sit down. So now it's going to take off. It sounds a little bumpy. Yeah.
With amazing views along the way.
We have moose that tend to come down and eat the leaves and the bark of the scrub oak. And it's pretty exciting to be able to be skiing and see the moose running around out here with us.
The kids look through the forest but spot no moose today. At the top, we do meet an animal.
Well, his job is to actually be here ready if there was an avalanche. He's ready to go to work here.
Yeah, he's ready to go to work. He doesn't like sitting still very well.
Sounds like a couple of boys I know. And we're off, up another lift.
Okay, so if we're stopped here, then that allows us to be safe as the chair swings around. And as soon as it swings around, we'll chase it right on up there so we're comfortably ready for the next ride. 2, 1, blast off. Looking out ahead, and then we'll go over towards the meadows. So this way, Seamus. Nice.
And as we make our way down the hill, she checks out the boys' progress.
So if we keep them parallel to one another, they're going to cooperate and work together. So why don't you go ahead, Seamus? You can lead the way there. I'm going to see these skills that you learned yesterday. Nice parallel move. That's it, Seamus. Way to release and let go of those edges. And then steer, 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 all 10 toes.
And puts them to the test.
So that we can see if we can find some of those jumps you guys have been eager to find.
And after showing off their moves, she graduates them to a blue run. The next level up from the greens they've been doing this whole time.
Bring your feet together to steer your feet together to be able to make parallel turns that are needed for a blue run. Ready for it? You want it? You gotta want it. Yeah. So we're gonna get a little bit more of a challenge going here, where we're gonna go a little bit steeper.
Followed by a double blue run. Watch out, Bodie Miller.
Nice bending, bending, bending of the legs there, so that this one can balance nicely. Done, turn, turn, turn both those feet, yeah. Nice. Whoa, wipe out.
After lunch, they find their moose, though not exactly the kind they were looking for. But they have fun playing in the snow with the canyon's mascot, Murdoch the moose.
After that reference to Bodie Miller, the kids are reminded of Park City's gold medal past. No, not the mining, the sporting. And we head to Olympic Park to see where it all took place. Where we meet Lindsay, who shows us around.
So during the 2002 Olympics, this was the place to watch the bobsled, skeleton, or luge. If you got here early enough, you were able to be right against the fence. You got the best spot, but then as it filled up, people filled 10 rows deep. Overall, we had about 300,000 people here at the park for all of our different events we held.
Oh, does it actually go with it?
The museum at the park gives visitors a good overview of all the different events, with games,
I did it! I did it! I just made the best of the day.
that give the kids an idea of what the events are.
So this is our multi-sport hill on the back here, where you can do Nordic ski jumping, terrain park.
And what it feels like to compete in them. Standing at the top of the high jump,
But at the end of this ramp, they get going about 60 miles an hour. And then they have to jump. They jump and then they put their hands behind them, they lean forward, and they put their skis in a big flying V position.
and playing with the do-touch props make the museum fun for the kids.
Where you're on the ice with brooms, and someone pushes that stone and then they sweep really fast. And this is how heavy a curling stone is.
And they are particularly excited to see the medals.
There's the gold one.
Although Seamus is a little disappointed not to get to touch that one. And pose with the torch. But one sport in particular has captured their attention.
Right back, whoosh, 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 right when it's going, and then hop in. And then one person has to be on this side. Whoosh, 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 and then get on this and hop in. Right after this guy goes in, there's a guy on this side.
Right by this, yep, there you go. Perfect point, looks like an Olympian to me.
How fast those?
Now they go about 80 miles an hour, and their chin's an inch off the ice.
And Lindsay tells us there are athletes practicing on the track right now. So we head out onto the mountain to take a look. Well, more like a blur of one as they fly past us.
They're crazy fast. They're like zooming down, and like you can't even get a picture of them. They're going so fast.
So right now they're going about 60 miles an hour in the bobsled. When they start at the top and when there's more weight in the sled, so a 4-man sled, they get going about 80, 85 miles an hour. It's very fast. You feel about 5 G's of force, which if you can imagine as you're sitting in the sled, 5 people of your body weight sitting on your shoulders. That's the 5 G's that they feel as they go down. So the way it goes, let's say your head's here, you go through that turn, then it flattens out, and then it turns the other way again.
And does it just do it by themselves, and it's all just luck?
No.
They don't flip over?
You steer the sled, and it's not a wheel, it's not like a steering wheel. They actually hang on to 2 little ropes inside the bobsled, and they move their hands just about an inch either way. If you were to steer more, the sled would flip over. So
You have to push
little
to make
bits,
the fall.
little steering, going 80 miles an hour.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
At the top of the track, we get to meet the athletes that are training on the bobsled, including Dave Nichols, who tells us about the team that's working here today.
Bobsled has been around for quite a while, but we're actually pioneering what they call adaptive or Paralympic bobsled.
What are you training for?
We're training to become an official Paralympic sport. To do that, we have to have at least 7 or 8 countries from 3 or 4 different continents. So that's what this event here is today. It's our very, very first Paralympic International Bobsled Driving and Skeleton School. We have South Africa here. We have Canada. You know where Canada is, right? Up north.
Who's the next one going?
It's going to be the gentleman with the helmet on right here.
Great Britain and Team Aussie here.
What does it feel like? Is it bumpy? Is there an example you could put that maybe we have done that it would feel like in there?
Have you ever ridden on a roller coaster? Can you imagine if you were sitting in the front seat and you were trying to drive that roller coaster and it was your job to keep it on the track, and then if you take your hand and you go like that, kind of make a tunnel, that's kind of what it can feel like and look like, and it's really kind of crazy and really kind of fun.
How fast have you gone?
My top speed's been about 79 miles an hour. If you're real smooth on the ropes or on the D-rings and you don't make any crazy adjustments, you probably won't bash into a wall, because anytime you hit the wall you're scruffing off speed and that makes you go slower.
The craziest experience you've ever had?
One of my teammates was learning to drive from the top, and everything was going fine, and I was kind of sticking my head out the side of the sled because I was being a tourist. I wanted to see what the track looked like. Curve 3, curve 4, curve 5, curve 6, curve 7, 8, just like that. Just like that we flipped. And my shoulder was on the ice going 80 miles an hour, so I didn't think I was going to get back into the sled at all, ever, after that, because it really shook me up. But you know what? When things like that happen, you just got to get right back on. You got to just go for it, forget about it, and focus on the next run.
And all the racers here seem to share that same philosophy, overcoming major setbacks in their lives.
That's one of our new drivers, Kurt. He had an accident and it messed up his leg. But he's doing fine. He just races motocross.
And as I watch our boys testing out their sleds,
You want to hop in the back here? It's the easiest way.
Wait, are we going down?
No, you're not going down.
Yeah.
Not going down. Not today.
5 Gs, remember?
All right, here you go. Okay. This is what you need. Go on, push her up. There we go. There we go.
Hello.
I think about how lucky we are to get the chance to watch these amazing Paralympians practice, and what a great family trip Park City has been. Oh, and in case you were wondering, there were definitely wipeouts involved in learning to ski.
Okay. As long as you're on the same side. Thank goodness you guys. Hang on. Put your seat so it's up the hill from you.
It's over here. Nice. Whoa. And then a little red light. Oh no.